Hey, what's up guys? It's MetaGamesGX here, and we are going to do our branded Chimera combo video, finally. This is on the first place deck profile that Dom got that I've recently profiled, and we are going to show off a couple combos. Two of them are going to be two combos that are widely known at this point, but I want to show you guys and have it on the channel for a resource with this deck, and also I'm going to show some additional ways you can power up these one-card combos, because there's two one-card combos that make this deck extremely amazing, honestly. And then there's going to be a third combo that I'm going to show you guys that's a two-card combo that no one else has been doing, and I think is the best way to run this deck. Let's just get into it. Our first combo is going to be with good old Coddle. So this will work with also Sword Knight, obviously, but Coddle is just our searcher for the deck. So if you get any combination of Coddle or Mirror Knight or really into either of those cards, you can do this combo. So you're going to discard the Coddle, and you are going to search out everyone's favorite Mirror Knight. You are going to normal summon Coddle, and then use this effect to tribute, which is a quick effect to tribute for cost, which we love quick effect tribute for cost effects. We are going to then go out to the best special summon in the deck, Big Winged Baphomet. He's going to, when on normal or special summon, add a level 4 beast plus a Chimera fusion to the hand. You want to add Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, because of the fact that he gives you more extension through a Chimera fusion. So Chimera fusion, we're going to chain immediately and use the Gazelle in our hand plus the Big Winged Baphomet, and then go out to everyone's favorite discard one level 6 fusion. And then we are going to get 3 chains on the summon. Chainlink 1, we could probably actually just do Chainlink 3, but it doesn't really matter. Chainlink 2 Gazelle to search a illusion monster, and then Chainlink 3 on Big Winged Beast to target one monster in my graveyard and special summon it. If you an illusion monster, when it's used as fusion material, we will target Mirror Sword Knight to give us follow-up for next turn. Now this is really a combo that works extremely well when you get Ash. This is a combo, like I said, it's a one-card combo, so this is why you're going to be able to follow up with more, because you'll search out the Coddle. But then after we search the Coddle, we are going to use Branded Fusion effect or Chimera Fusion effect to add to hand, and then set it, and then we have follow-up for next turn on top of 2 negates, because we are going to then pass to our opponent. Then he'll draw a card. We can then in draw phase use Sword Knight's effect, tribute for cost, special out everyone's favorite Baphomet, and then use Baphomet's effect to search out a illusion plus a fusion. So we'll search out a Gazelle, and then we will search out another Chimera fusion. I think it's correct to run more than one Chimera fusion. You're just able to do a lot with a lot of them, and they're not once per turn, which is the most insane part. And then you have 2 negates in grave. You have the discard from last turn, and then you have a Chimera fusion to basically go into a Guardian Chimera or another one of these, but you're usually going to have more cards, and this is why just a single Chimera fusion or a single way into it with like a Sword Knight or Coddle is just devastating. And this is why the deck is really good against Ash, because you're able to just set up 3 negates through an Ash, and that's just only through 1 card, so you're obviously going to have more cards, and that's why this combo is really good in particular. Great way to play through Ash. And now we're going to go into the next combo, which is just a nifty Branded Fusion combo. Everyone loves Branded Fusion one-card combos. It's the best one-card combo in the game. We're going to send Gazelle. We are then going to send a Fallen of Albaz in order to summon out a Rindbrum. And then we are going to use on resolution Gazelle's effect to search out an illusion monster. So we are going to search out a Coddle. We'll use Coddle's effect to discard to search out Sword Knight, a normal summon Sword Knight, use effect to tribute for cost. And then you get to search out Baphomet effect to search out a Chimera Fusion plus a Beast. Depending on your hand, this is what you can do, but like this is just the 1-card combo. We'll search out a Spriggan's Kit. Also for this combo, you'll need 2 cards to discard. Could be literally any card, so that's why it's still traditionally a 1-card combo. We will then search out or special summon out Kit, use effect to search out Branded in White, which is going to allow us to extend it even further. Then we will send one card from our hand back to the bottom of the deck. We will then use Chimera Fusion to fuse off these two guys in order to extend even more into Chimera the Phantom Beast King, and then we'll use Chainlink 1 to discard at the end phase, and then Baphomet Chainlink 2 to target an Illusion Knight or Sword Knight and special summon it. So we have follow up next turn. Then we will use Brandon White to banish Baphomet plus Albaz in order to go out to a Lubellion, and then Lubellion will use effect to discard the last blank in your hand to return an Albaz plus Lubellion to go out to Mirror Jade, and then fun fact, you can negate with Rinbrum, and then negate Mirror Jade's effect with Rinbrum, and you're still able to use Mirror Jade's effect next turn because the effect was negated, and like so basically what you'll do is activate Mirror Jade, send for cost. Even if it's your opponent's turn, you don't really have to negate, but it's okay if it's going first. You send a traditionally Brigand, depending on your hand. You could send other things, but you'll send that. So you're able to then chain Rinbrum to negate the Mirror Jade, but then you choose not to bounce since it's a May. And then you get to negate Mirror Jade, but you still have it for next turn. But then you have a Brigand to search off Mercourier. You have a Cornfield Coddle in graveyard, which is a negate. You have a live Mirror Jade. You have a live Rinbrum. You have a discard in the end phase, and then you have Sword Knight for next turn. And on top of that, you have Chimera Fusion to add back to hand to set, and then you use Brigand's effect to search out a Mercourier, which is a monster negate, and then you pass to your opponent, you tribute Sword Knight, and you do everything again. You use Sword Knight's effect, and then you search out, or then you spec out a Bigwig Baphomet. You use Bigwig Baphomet's effects, search out this, plus Wangu, and then you can start doing really cheesy stuff with Wangu, because then you'll use Chimera Fusion, and then you'll make another Chimera, and start discarding more, put Wangu into the graveyard, and you'll if you use Chimera as a fusion, you can special summon monsters from your graveyard. So let's just say you use Chimera Fusion on your opponent's turn for these guys. So then you go out to Guardian Chimera. You'll go Chainlink 1 Guardian Chimera, Chainlink 2 Baphomet, Chainlink 3 Chimera, or not Chainlink 3, but Chainlink 2 Baphomet, so you can target the, at this point you probably actually want to keep your other ones in the graveyard, to be honest. So I would not use, I would keep the Sword Knight negate and the Coddled negate in the graveyard. However, after the Guardian Chimera clears, you can use Chimera's effect because it's on your opponent's turn to quick effect banish this card from the graveyard, target one beast or anything, and then special summon it. You can special summon out Wangu, and then you have two negates still in graveyard, plus Mirror Jade, plus Rinbrum, plus you just Guardian Chimeras, plus a Mercourier, plus Chimera Fusion for next turn. It's ridiculous. This deck is really good. That's why you run Wangu too, because it's just like a really good card traditionally against a lot of decks, even Sprite, like even main deck, it's okay just because off this combo, you can just, it's very searchable, highly searchable, so very good card. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you guys the Super Spice. It's my little tech that you guys know I love Nadir Servant, Gimmick Puppet combos, and branded, so I'm bringing it to branded Chimera. I think this is actually the best way to run it. You should be running Nadir Servants in this deck. It just helps you play through your field. So okay, this is going to be the combo. It's really basically the same thing as the standard combo that I showed with branded fusion, but we add things on top of it. So we're going to do this super quickly. Send the Gazelle in order to make Rinbrum, use Gazelle effect to search out a Codal, use Codal's effect to discard, and then to search out Mirror Sword Knight, summon Mirror Sword Knight effect, tribute for cost. This is an extra. He is going to special summon out our friend Bigwing Baphomet effect to search out a bunch of good cards. We will search out a beast and a fusion, so we'll search out the kit. This is obviously, we will need 2 blind cards. This is still a 2-card combo though. And we will then normal summon kit or special summon kit, use its effect, get the Branded White, send back a card to the bottom of our deck, use Chimera Fusion, or to go out to Chimera, and then we use Chainlink 1 Chimera, Chainlink 2 Baphomet to target Mirror Sword Knight, special summon. Then we'll use Chimera Fusion's effect to add to hand, and then we'll use Branded and White's effect to banish these two. Or to go out to Lubellion. Lubellion effect, discard for cost. To return Albaz and Lubellion to save on resources. Then we get Mirror Jade. Then, from there, we get to do even more fun things because we have the Nadir Servant. We will use Nadir Servant effect. This is where you can either go for a Quem or you can go for a Dogmatic Maximus. Now with Quem, you'll be able to do multiple Mirror Jade plays. With Maximus, you'll be able to zomb your graveyard even more. I think we're going to go for the Maximus, or sorry, for the Maximus play, because this does guarantee the gimmick lock. So we are going to search out Maximus by sending out, oh, I should have done this at first, Judge Call, Tri-Brigade Bucephalus effect to send. See, now this is where we send a Brigand already. However, we're going to get a bunch of pluses off of this by using Maximus's effect to banish Bucephalus, and then special summon, and then use effects so we both so you and your opponent send 2 monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard. You're able to send Albion and Lulu Wall Lilith. You just hope your opponent isn't playing Tearlament. This card's amazing against every deck except for Tearlament and kashtira going second, obviously. But you send Lulu Wall Lilith and Albion, and then you go to end phase, and you have, at this point, you have 2 negates through Sword Knight and Cornfield, plus Rend Room, plus Mirror Jade in the discard. And then on top of that, you go into end phase, search out your 6th negate, which is a Mercurier. Then you use Lulu Wall Lilith's effect to special summon out everyone's favorite waifu, Cartesia, and then Albion's effect to set a good old Branded in Red. What are we going to do with that? So this is your hand right here. Set Branded in Red. Should have 2 other cards available, 1 or 2 other cards available also. And then you pass turn to your opponent's turn and draw phase. You can just Mirror Sword Knight, tribute for cost, special summon out Baphomet effect, search. And then you are just like infinite plussing at this point. However, what you then want to do, because you do need to get, oh, I need to get an Albaz in the graveyard for this. Okay. Let's just rewind. Okay, now this is where, no. Now this is where the fun starts happening. You'll use Mirror Jade's effect to send, obviously, so that you can get a Titaniclad in the graveyard. So Titaniclad is going to get you a Fallen of Albaz, which is what you're going to need. So then you use Nadir Servant, and this is where the real fun begins. We search out Maximus by sending a Bucephalus, and on resolution, your Bucephalus will use its effect to send the Brigand so we can get our Mercurier at the end of the turn. Then we special summon out Maximus by banishing Bucephalus. we use Maximus's effect, and then we send it to, both you and your opponent send 2 from your extra deck to the graveyard. Albion plus Lulu Wall Lilith. And then you will check out your graveyard. You're basically chilling. You have 2 negates with the Sword Knight, and on top of the Codal, plus Mirror Jade, plus Rinbrum, plus this should not be that this was a card in hand. We'll just pretend. And then you go end phase, and then you use Albion's effect to set a card. You set Branded in red, and then you use Lulu Wall Lilith's effect to special summon out Cartesia, and then you use Brigand's effect to special summon out a to search out Mercurier, and then you use Titaniclad's effect to search out an Albaz. Now, this is very important. Why you have to get 4. This is a lot of plussing, but you might want to wonder why you get the Albaz. However, you pass turn, opponent's draw phase, they draw, you ask for priority, you use Sword Knight on your priority, or on when they give priority to you to tribute to special summon out a everyone's favorite extender. Big Winged Berthomet, use its effect to search out Gazelle plus another Chimera Fusion, and then you can immediately, actually, because if you look at your graveyard, you actually, no, you can't. You have to wait until your opponent goes into main phase. You wait for them to do a singular thing. And you usually, also I forgot to say, you should have Branded or Fusion, Chimera Fusion in graveyard. So what you can do actually is a beast, a fiend, or a monster. So once your opponent does anything, you can either go into Chimera Fusion or into Branded in red, but what I recommend is you can save your power and you use Chimera, or depending on what your opponent does, obviously, because you have a set Chimera Fusion plus a red. But what I would recommend is using Cartesia to use her effect to fuse off into a Grand Guignol, and then you use Grand Guignol's effect to send off. We send Gimmick Puppet right there. So now you're wondering how you make space for Gimmick Puppet. Well, this is how you do it. You basically use Branded in red, targeting the Albaz, and then you special summon off by fusing the Maximus because it is a light spellcaster into the Albion. Now you have to do some cool stuff. You use Chimera Fusion to use these 2 guys for another Chimera King, the mythical beast, and then you use Albion's effect to target Gimmick Puppet on top of whatever you want, honestly, at this point, but I would probably say the Cartesia, or because you want to keep Sword Knight, and they target Cartesia and Gimmick Puppet. Or if you go the route of using your Chimera Fusion first into a Guardian Chimera, you could target whatever you destroy of your opponents. That might be good. Special summon out, and then you basically end on 2 negates in graveyard, Guignol to special summon out into like whatever, Albion, which is untargetable, Cartesia for fusion next turn, Runbrum negate, another discard at the end of the turn, plus a Mirror Jade, plus a Mercurier, plus another card in hand. So yeah, this deck is incredible. This was with the Secret Spice Fusion. I think this is way better than the normal build because you end on Albion plus Guignol plus a Gimmick Puppet. And plus you have these negates in graveyard, which can help get around Gimmick Puppet out. So this is just an insane combo that I highly recommend more people do. I have my own build of Branded that I'm going to bring to locals tomorrow. That of this build, obviously, because the deck profile was Dom's, and I think this is the way to go though with the Gimmick Puppet. So please let me know what you guys thought of everything in the comments down below, and see you guys later.